Hello, hello. Welcome to day 13. Or is it 14? Oh, it just changed to midnight, so my lights will go off pretty soon. I have them automatically set to turn off at midnight. Um, so I'm gonna do a quick little live video just to get it done. Right. So part of the theme I've been exploring is that there are only so many dark emotions: embarrassment, shame. Um, Anyways, there's only so many. And they feel terrible. But what I'm discovering is if we intentionally go into it, disclose it to ourselves, well, for me, I do it on live video to disclose it to the world. I don't really care if it goes anywhere because none of this is personal information. It really isn't. Just say that I'm afraid of people, like plenty of people are. I have social anxiety, you know. I feel embarrassed at my. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Let me turn some lights back on. All right. So there's only so many emotions, the dark ones. And as long as we do not hurt ourselves or others, first physically, then emotionally, basically verbally or otherwise, everything else can be felt. And once it is felt, we can learn to see how limiting the limitations truly are. Like when I'm in my small little hidey hole with my emotions, it feels so big. But as long as I'm keep doing this over and over again, it's only day 14, and the emotional sea is already starting to look like a kiddie pool. I'm just naming the same emotions over and over again. I've got to pull out my iPad. It's the same emotions. And I am almost feels kind of silly to be talking about them once again. But again, shadow work doesn't get done overnight or even a week. There's progress over a week, but it doesn't, solve everything like that. So that's not what I'm looking for. But um I don't know. Mainly that's the observation. That's the biggest observation right now is that there's only so many negative emotions. And as long as we still physically do the things that our life needs, you know, we wake up in the morning, rest, fuel, clean, dress, and then sometimes during the day we exercise, stretch, and balance. Let's say we go to work. Let's do this, right? We do work. We make money. We go home. We do our evening routines, dinner, again, rest, fuel, clean, dress, the same thing. We get enough sleep. If we can do this basic mechanical process, our physical lives will be maintained. And then with this foundation, right? Rest, no, the other one. Health, wealth, relationships. These are the three pillars. As long as we have these three pillars, we are now free to dive as deep as we want into our emotional basement and just feel them. And no matter what we feel, we do not lash out at people. We do not do emotional violence or physical violence to ourselves or others. I'm starting to feel how limiting the limitations truly are. The fears, the anxieties, the disgust, the embarrassment, the self loathing. Okay, they're just flavors of the moment. They're just flavors. They're just ice cream that we need to eat without overreacting. These are just all the flavors of ice cream. This one's vanilla. This one's boredom. This one is, all we have to do is feel the emotions and not overreact to them. That's it. And then we see the nature of the emotions. We see the loops. And it's not even transcendence, it is maturity. We just simply learn how to work with any emotion, both the good ones and the quote unquote bad ones. The good ones pull us into addiction if they're out of control, and the bad ones, quote unquote bad ones, the rejection, the pain, the fears, those ones will drive us into doing all sorts of things. Chasing the good, chasing the pleasures, running away from the pains. Those will cause all sorts of trouble. But if we can hold them all, we essentially mature into an adult, emotional adult. Hmm. There's only so many. So this is the most exciting part. Coming back to here, this is the emotional fitness gym. We can practice attacking others within a container of dojo. You just, yep, both sides agree, consent, knowing what they do. They bow to each other and be like, okay, ready? And they punch, punch, like, you're an idiot, you're dumb. Like, it's like, oh no. And then we receive that and feel that in our being. And we're emotional immortals. They're just vibrations. Why does it hit us? Then we start to strengthen our emotional being until we realize, like, oh, these are all just words, you know? And I feel bad. Oh no, I feel rejected. Okay, okay. Doesn't mean they're bad, doesn't mean I'm bad. It's just a reaction that our emotional system has evolved throughout the ages. Yep. Well, this system is here. I mean, it's still a lot to keep track of, so I'm training this every single day. I went for a walk, and every step I take, I was working on being present. When my mind wandered, I told myself, okay, that's R2, reality 2. Reality 1 is the reality right there in front of me. I'm walking in my neighborhood, my shoes hitting the concrete. That's R1, reality 1. And then when I see something, it triggers certain memories. I tell myself, oh, that's R2. My brain is generating that. I trace it back to the original stimulus, active meditation. Sometimes I saw a license plate that says ready, RED, red 3D, something. Red, RED, letter 3D, and I didn't know what it was. Like, red 3D, ready, oh, ready for whatever, something. And that would trigger, thoughts about license plates and how, like, oh, that car doesn't have a license, whatever. Anyways, it would have these chains of thoughts. And part of it, and then I can work on letting it go, or I can work on holding it as tightly as possible. One of the practices is like, what would be the inverse of meditation? Meditation is like letting go of thoughts. What if I grabbed onto a thought as hard as possible and just like white knuckling it, just like, I will not let you go? Isn't that what mantra meditation is? It's like, I'm holding on to this mantra for dear life, and that's it. Using that focus to block out everything else. Well, not really block out, but just like stay focused. So I guess that focus meditation is concentration. It's like I'm holding on to this one thought and letting go of all the other ones. Hmm. And then today, I asked ChatGPT, what is emotional pain? And part of the answer is like when our ego gets attacked, when our symbolic self gets attacked, our basic beliefs gets attacked, or we found when we are made to feel less than, or rejected, right? So these feels hurt. And I know these are just feelings. They don't mean anything as long as my physical body is safe and my life, cycle is safe. Now I can dive into these emotions. So I asked it too, like, well, how, if I wanted to maximize the emotional pain, how would I do it? Um, what did it say? It would be like a shadow work exercise. Find somewhere where you can just yell, somewhere, just, and then somewhere along the way, it was saying like, okay, you can go into these emotions, and then if you let go of them, if you practice letting go, then it wouldn't be as intense. It was like, wait, what if I turned it around? The more you resist, the more suffering there is. If you don't resist, then it's only pain, right? It's like, wait, what if I wanted suffering? What if I wanted emotional suffering? What if I tried to bring all that emotional pain and then I try to resist it as hard as possible, but also try to grab onto it as hard as possible? you know, what would be the absolute opposite practice than this emotional letting go? Because every time everybody wants to do is just let go of these negative emotions. But they're just ice cream flavors. They're not actually anything more than a feeling in the body and some messages and beliefs that it creates. As long as we don't fully buy into them, I've looked into them. They're almost all of them are completely untrue. Even the ones that are true, like, oh, I may have this terrible disease, hypochondria. It's like, but that's true anytime. Anytime I could develop something terrible. That's not a new That's not a new possibility in the world. I could trip and fall. I could break my leg. There's could be many things that could happen. So I challenged the narrative that, oh, this time it's something special. It's not. It's just a flavor of ice cream. We are afraid of flavors of ice cream. That is what shadow work is about. It's like we taste this flavor and it's like, oh, this is shame. Oh, this is shame. And then we go freaking out, like, oh, I'm not good enough. Like, okay, that's just a feeling. I'm not good enough. I'm not lovable. And then everything's going to be terrible. Okay. It's not true, though. It's just the flavor of ice cream. I don't like that flavor, sure. But it's just the flavor. It's the actions we take that hurt us. It's like anytime I taste vanilla ice cream, I, do something bad. Like, yeah, it's not the vanilla ice cream. It's the things that we do. So, part of it is maintaining our health wealth relationship, building a solid foundation, building a solid daily routine, getting our finances in order so everything is sustaining. Then we dive into shadow work as emotional immortals, and we understand the box of liberation. We're safe for ourselves and others. First, physical safety, and then emotional safety. And then we don't give away informational security, and we're not loud and disruptive in our physical environment. Within those boundaries, we can do whatever we want. We're inside our own rooms, nobody really cares. We're not shouting like fire, fire, like that would start cause disruption to other people's um, ability to use their own space and quietness or whatever they need to do. I don't want anybody to need to worry about me. I do not harm myself ever. I'm just no matter how I feel. Nope. I won't harm others. I'm nonviolent in all ways. Physically, emotionally, verbally. We can enter dojos and intentionally try to jab at each other. But that's by agreement. And I'm more careful about that now. Not just, even if it's some friends, it's just, I'm more careful about that. Careful about not giving away information security accidentally. There's so many scams out there. Money, sex, and power. Those are the three things people lie about to get. Money, sex, and power. And watch those three things. Again, so this is the box of liberation within the box. We do whatever we want, then we go into the deep, dark emotions, and then feel them for as long as possible because we just got to eat them like ice cream. And that's it. Shadow work ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. That's what I've been learning. is shadow work. And the ways that emotions take us astray by either stopping us from doing the things we need to do. Previously, it's been like packing anxiety. It's really hard for me to pack, so I wait until the night before. I still have writing anxiety, sales anxiety, money anxiety. That's what keeps me from business. Writing anxiety. These are my shadow work. And I'm just going to announce them all, right? What I need to do is create websites, write copy, write a book. I have more than enough content, but there's a part of me that says, I've got nothing to say. It's like, really? That's false. That's false. That's anxiety. So, anxiety. People. I've had a really hard time connecting with people because, again, I have nothing to say. I'm not good enough. Nobody will ever love me. Why would people like me? When people like me, I'm confused. I'm confused. Like, like they say it, but I don't feel it because inside the belief, the feeling that it has been anchored, the trauma anchor is I'm not lovable. Writing anxiety. I've overcome a lot of whatever this anxiety is by being on live video. Exposure therapy. Exposure therapy. Sales. I don't like to sell things because I've been sold things that I don't need for thousands of dollars, programs that I couldn't monetize. It sounded so great at the time. I'm still not quite sure how they did it, but I know it's possible to be hooked into something. And that's part of why I don't like to sell people. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth because of all the times that I've been sold, and then I feel responsible, be like, oh, I'm the one who wasn't able to monetize that. It's like, yeah, it's true. Well, more things that I will be working on. Sales reluctance or anxiety. And because if I have anxiety, then I'm clearly not projecting confidence. And why would anybody, hire me as their coach if I am not confident in everything all the time? So I'm feeling pretty good. I've been eating my ice cream, my basement ice cream. Different flavors. Shame, embarrassment, anxiety, guilt, anger, victim. But understand that I am a professional of sort. I have all sorts of guardian beliefs, like I am an emotional immortal. I know to take care of my body first. I know to control actions, not emotions. So I have so many tools to keep me grounded while I go deep. And even then, I felt really terrible for a couple of days. Like small, just gross, couldn't see anything, couldn't see my own value. Even now, I can't really feel it. That's the thing with anxiety and shadow. When I'm in it, I can't see out of it. I can't see all the things that I have done or I could do and all the people I've helped. They all go away. But that's why I do it, is to remember what it's like. And to have had almost every shadow you can think of, every childhood trauma, the list just, it's like, how is it possible I have them all? Most of them. I haven't had massive physical abuse. So, I'm grateful for that. And it's not anyone's fault, too. This is my origin story. I now consent to everything that has happened to me in the past as if I chose it myself. Whether or not that's true doesn't matter. I choose that to be true now. I create the story that I chose this before I was born. It is false. I do not know if I did choose this or not. It does not matter. From here, I'm creating the mentally augmented reality story that I chose it. I'm claiming all of it using ultra utilization. I must need all that experience for what is to come for my life purpose. I deal with all negative emotions simultaneously in a bucket. All of them. Doesn't matter what it is. That's how I can handle all the emotions simultaneously. And no, I haven't had this aha where I'm living in bliss all the time and I don't have suffering. I've heard stories. I'm reading a book that's, I do believe that person reached that state. But the book also says that he fell out of that state and now had to reconcile what happened. So apparently that isn't even enough. Even like pure mental emotional enlightenment itself is not enough. That's why I am down the road of life coaching. And then I shifted into self coaching, which is the only coaching there is. And now my life purpose is to teach self coaching to others. That is all. I think I may be getting close to the end of this round of shadow work. I didn't think I would say this ends, but it's ending. I don't think I need to stay down here this much longer, but I'm going to really dive into it more, and then I'm just going to talk to everyone about it. Shadow. I want to talk to everybody about emotional shadow. I'm a shadow coach. I literally eat shadow like ice cream. Ooh, it's spicy. It's dark, dark chocolate. Don't overreact, because if you eat a certain bar of dark chocolate, it's going to make you feel like you're the worst being in the world. Just keep, waking up, keep eating healthy, keep getting enough sleep, keep going to work, do all the things that's necessary, and then we will master each flavor of shadow. We will master them all. See, I'm not loud and disruptive, but I can still feel it fully. Because my parents are asleep, so, I'm not even embarrassed about that anymore. Yep, I'm home taking care of my elderly parents. They are very grateful that I'm here. They're also paying most of my bills, so I have a family version of basic income. Life is pretty okay. It's a little scary uh, how my parents' health is declining, but that's life too, so I need to step it up. I need to make up their income, and then I can go beyond it, but I need to at least make it up, like, so I can pay for everything. I'm going to be the breadwinner now, soon. My brother could be the backup, but he has a family to take care of, and he's living in a fancy, expensive place in San Francisco. So, I don't want to have him have to take care of this whole family too, the side of the family. It's just a lot. And I want to be able to. I want to be able to. And with all this work, I think I can say that I can handle pretty much anything anyone can throw at me. Any reasonable problem that, yeah, this code can handle it all. Like, look at that. Like, just even it even looks fancy. And I know how to read it. This is the map. The ultimate map of life on one page. Ooh. This is going to be the next map, the EMU campus. I have my next assignment is to digitalize this. All right, let me give you a little tour of this campus. This is the view screen. Breath, speed, posture, let go of emotional effort into effortless action. I kind of want to play around with full effort. Full effort and maximum effort maximum effort action. What if I did something absolutely fully? It's like, oh, they master it by having the entire spectrum, by playing the whole spectrum and mastering that. That's something I can do in improv too. Play with emotions. Improv will be right here. Role play. Role play. Maximize. Min. Maximize my anxiety or have no anxiety whatsoever. Okay, I'm going to play with that. I haven't had a framework that I could improvise with. I just had nothing to hold on to, so I just blank out. But now I can just be an extreme version of something. Or I can be really, oh my gosh, I'm so afraid of everything. I'm excited for improv. Again, I'm feeling excitement and then I instantly get this fear like, ah! I'm on to you, flavors, ice cream flavors. What flavor are you now? Recoil, not good enough. Ooh, not good enough flavor. I like you. Not good enough. Anyways, okay. This is the EMU campus. This is the control panel. This controls the social program. I just give value away, maintain my boundaries, and work on my judgments of other people as only a reflection of myself. Breath, nothingness, dropping into the life, moment by moment awareness, maximum multiplier on earth. This is the physical domain. Plan what I'm going to do it, And then make it fun. Make a game, play, but that's optional. You got to do these two. And then make it fun later using Mars, mentally augmented reality system. This is my problem solver, my mind. So I point this solving box at anything and it just calculating and it just solves it like a supercomputer. Enlightened mastery is two energies that I always work with. Here's a train of thought. Look, oh wait, let's focus down on something. Oh wait, let's zoom out. Reality 2, that's wonder what tomorrow's like. I'm walking around. I'm not actually walking around, but I'm in my mind. That's R2. R1 is right here. I'm looking at the camera. I'm looking at the screen. Okay, that's R1. R0, nothing's happening. I'm not even alive. This is just a cause and effect. I'm a chemical reaction. Cool. Game 0, there is no game. Game 1, what game am I playing right now? R negative R2, trauma shields, love earplugs. I don't hear any insults. I only translate it into love. That's proanoia 3000. R3, I pipe in reality from the outside. Anything I learn, movies, that's all R3. I don't even have to use my brain to be in that reality. RV stands for repeat and validate. Ooh, the theory of the emotional pile. Oh, what the heck was that? What? How did I get... It was like, it made this whole... What? It made this like rainbow thing. I don't know how it did that. Anyways, you don't see it on the screen, but that's cool for me. Okay. Um, right. If I get freaked out, this is my emotional submarine. I activate my shields, emotional. If I feel bad, great, I'm charging up. Means I'll feel good tomorrow. If I feel good, well, just enjoy it while it lasts, because I'll usually come back down, because I do have this up and down pattern in life. But resting in action, even if I'm resting, I can still be moving. Ooh, I can be piping in an R3 in order to calm me down. This is an R3 audiobook or music to pipe it in to help stabilize my reality. If I'm watching a movie in my mind while I'm washing dishes, it's so much better. And that calms the emotional sea. Oh, I don't need to do that. Sometimes things hit one of my triggers and I get pulled into a childhood trauma dungeon level. And this is the cup that never fills because I feel like I'm always insignificant, not good enough. Anyways, emotional C, I often get trapped here in the trauma shields, watching movies, scrolling Facebook. I don't play video games, other people do, or I don't get out of bed at all. What we need to do is go into the emotional sea and feel it and start eating that ice cream, which is basically here. You got to trigger it and to feel it in order to eat it. Otherwise, it's just not there. And then to get out of the emotional sea, we need to dot dot dot. We need to do the routines, daily routines. Then in the free time, we can start building our life. And then remember to reward ourselves at the end with something that's good but and healthy. This is all the information in the world piping into us. Here's the all our information piping out into the world. The 5-line phrase: do not rush the future. Do not prolong the past. Do not change your innate wakefulness. Do not fear appearances. There's nothing more than that. The 5D, 5 desires. I have them some of these. What does my calendar want? What does my deep intuition want? What does the now moment want? Dropping to the now. What does my human want or need? What does my shadow want? The 5 wants. The 5 statements that I learned from Instagram, Bashir. saying there's 5 statements about the world. 1, you exist. 2, all there is now. 3, all is one, one is all. 4, what you get in life is what you give out. So reciprocity. 5, everything has changed except these 5 statements. I just felt like I needed to put those 5 in there. Okay. Uh, basic roots of reality. It's over here. I have numbers, alphabet, um, enlightened mastery, dual non-duality, stuff like that. This is the hyper game strategies. So like proanoia, 3000, ultra utilization, ultra celebration, or universal celebration. These things just takes everything on head on and just makes it fun. I'm still trying to find a place to put the other the other 2 corners that are similar to this, but they go here and here. This this version of this one is hypergame tools, like resets, and then this one's version of this one is rules, namely the social rules. Don't cause harm, don't make it easy for others to harm you, don't use threats as a tool, and is it just the 3? Seriously? I haven't set them in so long. It is just the 3. Do not initiate harm, do not make it easy for others to harm you, and do not use threats as a tool. That's it. Those are the only statements. Those are only 3 rules. Emotional self-defense, counter-cult tactics. Okay. Um, right. That is without even talking about the 3x3, health, wealth, relationships in 3 ascending tiers, the dimensions of our reality, science of success. This goes here. This would be collective emotions. What would be this? Systems, money, systems, legal, entity work, finances, science of success, but then all the other people's information would be here too. Would be R3 piping in information into my world. Then social could be community too. Social. Well, this would be all social. It'd be individual people, communities. Um, and this would be the strategies that we play the entire game with. That would be right here. That's the lid of the box, and everything condenses and folds up into a convenient little cube. This is the massive compression that compresses everything. This is all part of the middle line here. All the relationship stuff goes right here. Our 3 information is right there. Um, the ground, physical ground of reality is pretty much this stuff: health, wealth, relationships. I just expand it downwards. So this I expand downwards. This I expand out this way. This one expands to here. And then I have these greater transmutations if I can fit them. That's the whole system. Anyways, I think I'm getting ready, and I'm just gonna spend the rest of the year, the rest of my life, teaching this. That's it. I do self-coaching and I teach self-coaching. That is all. I love you all. As always, my definition of love is the desire for that which I love to survive and thrive. Ownership has nothing to do with it. So I hope you all survive and thrive. Love you all. Have a good night.